met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
Hope I'm not getting in anyone's way.
My pack's heavy as a sack of rocks. There might even be a few in here.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak? There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim, while examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds. For some time now, it seems, she has been What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be arisen, appeared on the... This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange. For sweet crownflowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge, 'tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into the... I am glad to hear it. For I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to Your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time as Deeza demanded Waldar amend the code of Vermont and many a time as the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. Our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, what say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, this mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee, be cautious. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
What? Huh. My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. What? Can't you think of a reason? I'd thought you were keener wit than that. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over. Now you found me out? So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Aye, aye. You'll have your coin. That's how this works, isn't it? Glad we understand each other. I'll be on my way then.
You showed mercy to the agent, Master. How very gracious of you.
I know not what to say.
I don't know what to do.
Tell is, Vermont was once the Beastren Kingdom.
Fascinating.
Indeed. Though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
Arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some... Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance, you see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself. Might I impose on you to search for him?
We won't get far with naught to go on. We'd best ask around, see what we can find out.
How about you? Wickedness has no hold upon a tranquil mind.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
I am proud of my devotion as well as
What teachings myself?
Got to crack a few skulls if you want to be told.
Anyone got coin to spend? I swear it.
We were supposed to go wish he'd woken me up.
I do the same.
Malcolm's been really into explore. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was... Malcolm? Don't know why he bothered.
Shall we report back now?
Ain't nothing but trouble lurking here.
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mention rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly.
Materials such as this can be combined to...
Look there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. Let us make haste.
It is my duty to devote my life. My faith
Crack a few skulls if you want to be topped off.
We have yet to explore all the corners of this place. 'Twould be a shame if aught were overlooked.
Quite right. No sense doing things by halves.
I'll pick that up. We might have need of it.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Truly, perhaps we ought to take a look.
Shall we follow, Master?
'Tis as you say.
No mercy!
I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
Tisk, quite the collection of tomes. I'm sure I'd be seeing stars were I the scholarly sort.
'Tis as you say. It was well worth the effort to break it.
Time to go home and write down the...
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Every minute of this is I'm always doing about a dozen things at once.
Would you like to enjoy life? Where and when is this? The hours seem to fly when I'm here.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town.
Fancy a look at my wares? This really is fun, craftsmanship. Are you in the market for something in particular? Do come again.
Nothing caught your eye?
Come take a look. You'll be glad. You did. Do come again.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? Come on, have a look.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. At least I go knowing I fought to the... I've a modest talent for spotting... It will be an honor to serve by your side.
I've not much to say at the moment. All paths fork in the end.
Is there aught this pawn might do for you?
A grand adventure awaits us. I just know it.
They say thieves strike swift as the wind and sudden as a thunder. Pray, call upon me again another time.
You can count on me to fly your aid. Are you fit to travel?
I've just remembered a curious rumor I overheard once. Seems there's an illness pawns can catch beyond the rift that has devastating consequences for those around them. Worse still, the pawn never knows they're sick. They just become restless and flippant.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Do come again.
Just about had it.
Oh, there's something written here.
Shall we take a closer look?
Can't complain, mate.
What's this? Oh, if only alas, the ant would wound my... If you're curious, the man's home is
What say we gather some information?
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble.
If you must... go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
I'm tired of breaking my back for someone else. I'm quite right.
So, you've...
have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Oh. Then we are presented with 3 options. Either the law of our world that allows only one Arisen has been upended, or Deeza's Arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are Arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be Arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true Arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deeza's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? Oh, to think such a place existed. How very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own. Aye, this should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are Arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
At last we've arrived. Delivery in hand.
We'd best see to it post-haste, ere we forget.
You have my support. Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this eventually.
dire import we unmask the false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Vermin's eastern edge.
Hoi, friend! Have you any time for me today? I dare say we're overdue another talk. There's something I've come to understand during my stolen hours exploring these streets, and I wanted to share it with you. Every last resident in this city is wholeheartedly devoted to living out their lives. It seems a simple observation, I know, but to me, for it made me painfully aware of my own position. Can this existence of mine even be called living when I am so doted upon by my mother? I want to live a life I can proudly call my own, and to achieve it with all that my heart desires. I tire of enduring my mother's coddling, and of having to mind every twitch in her face in order to appease. Looking at this box, it fills me. 'Tis proof that I am not my mother's servant to be willed about as she pleases. 'Tis something I obtained of my own will. Here is the last of the gold I owe you. Pray forgive me for making now. I'd best be off. I may not be able to wander the city again for some time. There's aught I would do. Thus, I cannot say when next we'll see each other. Though I feel sure we shall in time. Perhaps sooner than we might think. Till then, take care, friend.
That was quite a gift. I hope that procuring it was not a burden upon the lad.
Right you are.